If immigrants built America, why didn't they build their own countries? Flint West reporting. You ever notice how some questions sound sharp but collapse the moment you stretch them across time? This is one of them, because it feels like a knockout punch. Simple, clean, almost poetic. But history doesn't move in sound bites, it moves in systems. Let's slow this down. The idea that immigrants built America is not wrong, it's just incomplete. America wasn't built by one group, it was layered. First, you had settlers building colonies on land that wasn't empty but was made available through displacement and disease. Then you had enslaved Africans, not immigrants, but forced labor, whose output didn't just contribute, it compounded wealth at scale. Then came waves of voluntary migrants Irish, Italians, Chinese, Eastern Europeans, people who built railroads, factories, cities, supply chains. And today, the system is still being fed by engineers, drivers, founders, laborers, nurses. So, yes, immigrants helped build America. But here's the part people skip. They didn't build it in a vacuum. They built it inside a system that was already forming momentum. Now, flip the question. Why didn't they build their own countries? That assumes something dangerous, that all countries are just empty canvases waiting for effort. They're not. Countries are environments, and environments determine whether effort multiplies or disappears. You can take the same individual, same intelligence, same work ethic, same ambition, and drop them into two different systems. In one system, contracts are enforced, capital is accessible, infrastructure exists, stability allows planning. In another, instability resets progress, corruption taxes effort, capital is scarce, long-term thinking gets punished. Same person, different outcome. So the question isn't, why didn't they build there? The real question is, what conditions were they building under? This content is brought to you by Bobby Giggs. Promote your brand here and reach a wide audience across platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Follow the links in the description to get started. And this is where history steps in, quietly but decisively. A lot of the regions people migrate from today weren't just behind. They were restructured. Resources extracted, borders drawn without context, local systems interrupted or replaced, human capital removed, sometimes violently, sometimes systematically. You don't just walk out of that and say, all right, let's build a world-class economy. You inherit friction. Now here's the twist most people don't expect. This isn't unique to modern migrants. Europeans did the same thing. Millions left Ireland during famine, left Italy during poverty, left Germany during instability. They didn't stay and fix those countries first. They moved, because humans don't move based on loyalty to geography. They move based on probability of outcome. That's the real pattern. People go where effort compounds, not where effort gets absorbed. And America, for a long time, has been one of the few places where effort, risk, and reward actually connect. That's the engine. Not magic, not morality, mechanics. So when someone asks, if immigrants built America, why didn't they build their own countries? What they're really doing is compressing centuries of asymmetry into a single sentence. It sounds clever, but it erases the system. Because nations aren't built by effort alone. They're built by incentives, stability, capital flow, institutional trust and timing. Miss those and effort leaks. Align those and effort compounds. And here's the final layer. Migration isn't failure, it's signal. It tells you where systems are working and where they're not. So the better framing isn't, why didn't they build their own countries? It's, where does effort actually have a chance to turn into something? Because in the end, people don't go where they're from. They go where they can build. And that distinction, that's where the whole argument flips. Flint West signing off.